So a buyer typically wants to pay the least amount possible, and they want to have strong recourse against risks like misrepresentations, misstatements, and undisclosed liabilities. Whereas a seller, well, obviously the seller wants the best price, 100% money up front, no liability and no obligation to the buyer. So what you'll find is in a sale transaction, buyers and sellers and their advisors are negotiating, and it's not just about money. They're negotiating to allocate risk to each other and protect their client. So there are a few things that you will commonly see. Number one, you will see escrows and holdbacks. Depending on the size of the transaction and the risk involved, often buyers would insist that from 5% to 20% of the transaction be held back in an escrow amount typically. Number two is clawbacks. This is when something major has happened and the buyer's lost a lot of money. An example would be you've sold certain technology or something or a certain product that you make, and the buyers use that in their supply chain, and all of a sudden they develop 2 million units and you had misrepresented what you said, and they have to bring back 2 million units back from the market, and they've got all these lawsuits happening. Expect a clawback. And this is where the third element will come in. It's liability caps. As a seller, you want to be able to cap your liability to the extent something goes wrong. Number four, there are threshold amounts. You can negotiate a threshold, something where you say, look, anything below $1 million, it's your problem. Anything over $1 million, you can contact me. Number five, deductibles. They're slightly different from thresholds. A deductible is exactly what it sounds like. An insurance policy would have a deductible, but key difference would be typically the deductible could be on a per occurrence basis or on an aggregate basis. So there are some differences, fine differences between deductibles and thresholds. So another one is in the purchase and sale agreement, you will see working capital adjustments. As a seller, if you have not left an agreed upon amount of target working capital, let's say your inventory is not what you said it would be, or half the inventory is obsolete, or you've left not enough receivables in the business, etc. There'll be a working capital adjustment that'll be made against the escrow amount. Those are generally the way the buyers and sellers shift risks. My advice to you is, look, the first thing that you need to do as a business owner is to educate yourself. Last thing you want to find out is during due diligence, etc., or you have this major surprise to some of these things, and it essentially upsets your plans. So you need to, one, understand and know what some of these variables are, and second, get yourself a good team of advisors that can help you and protect you during your business sale. RareBrain Capital helps companies improve performance and sell for maximum value. How ready is your company to grow or to sell? Want to know how you're doing? Get your free score plus customized report in just a few minutes at no cost or obligation. Visit rarebrain.com/score.